Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving the new Toyota Tundra. So in 2022 they redesigned this whole entire truck and put a brand new engine in it. The previous version had come out in like 2007 and hadn't really changed since, but they were still selling, so they kept making them. The new engine, instead of a V8, is a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. And it has a hybrid option if you want even more power. Now their hybrid is geared towards more torque and more power, not necessarily better fuel economy. But the standard version of the V6 does come with quite a bit of power on its own. So the 2024 Toyota Tundra comes with a twin turbo V6 with a 3.4 liter displacement. And it comes with a few options within that engine. The base engine tune, I guess you would say, is 358 horsepower and 406 pounds-feet of torque out of the little turbo V6. You can get it with 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, or you can have the hybrid and you can have 437 horsepower and 583 pounds-feet of torque. Now obviously the hybrid is going to add weight to your car or your truck, but 583 pounds-feet of torque is pretty nice. Your starting price for the Tundra is $39,965, so basically you're starting at $40,000, but you go up pretty quick from there if you start adding any options. So we're going to go through the model options with the Tundra. There's a ton of them. You start at $39,965 for the SR model, which is your base model. Then you move up to $45,000. That'll get you the SR5. $51,000 will get you the Limited. $61,000 will get you the Platinum. 1794 edition is $62,000. And then the TRD Pro, which is the off-road version, you know those are the ones that I like, $72,000 starting price. The 1794 limited edition is $76,000, and then the top of the line model, the capstone as it were, and that's what they happen to call it, is $78,845 starting price. So you can go from spending $40,000 on a truck to nearly $100,000 if you optioned the capstone out all the way, just with different models of the same truck. Now if I go in here to the capstone and I start to build it out, you know, we get some options: our tow mirrors, load leveling rear height control air suspension for $1,000. You can get load leveling rear height control air suspensions with options for $13,000. So let's go ahead and add that here and let's see what we can spend. We've got all-weather floor liner package, out-of-the-way wheel locks, ball mount, bed extender. I'll have one of those. Bed mat. Let's just add it all and see what we can spend. Storage boxes that fold out. That's pretty cool. Bed step. This is going to get expensive. Black front bumper. Add the bed step. Cargo net. Carpet floor mats. Coin holder ashtray. Yeah, we don't need that. Connected services trail offering. A safe in your center control, which is pretty cool. A deck rail camera mount. So if you're interested in making YouTube videos, you need a Toyota Tundra capstone with a $56 deck rail mount that mounts to the back of your truck bed. Let's see what else we got. We'll add that because why not? You know, I could use one of those. Dual running boards, emergency assistance kit, black tips, chrome tailpipes, hardcover, integrated dash cam, mini tie downs, paint protection. We'll add that too. Predator steps, quick charging cable, $69 for a quick charging Toyota cable package. I think I just buy mine on Amazon. Spare tire lock, spray on bed liner, I'll have that. Tailgate black letter insert, so you can really customize your capstone. Toyota camera wireless cameras, or Toyota wireless trailer cam system, TRD air filters, TRD cast running boards, skid plate. We'll need that. Oh, I can get me a camp chair too. 80 bucks. Digital tire inflator for when you're off-roading, tire deflator, a fridge slide, with the fridge if you want to go overlanding, which I like to do. Tie down, inflation case, premium recovery kit, ARB pump kit. You can get, oh, this is getting out of control. We'll do the dash cam. Let's just say next step. I think we've gotten out of control here. $94,000. So if I would have selected everything, we would have made it to 100 grand for this truck. Used to be you could buy a house for that kind of money. I don't know if that's still possible. With that twin turbo V6, you get a 10-speed automatic transmission, and they do not offer a manual. So your fuel economy, it varies depending on which engine option you have, but it tends to run around 19 city, 18 city to 22 highway. And obviously you get the hybrid, that helps out a little bit more. But it's pretty on par with what most of the other pickup trucks are running today. So your max payload is about 1,940 pounds, almost 2,000 pounds max payload in the bed. Your max towing capability is 12,000 pounds on the new Tundra. Well, they don't like you to forget that it's a Tundra because it says Tundra everywhere. We got Tundra here, Toyota here, Tundra here. There's Tundra in the dash, Tundra on the front. So they want to make sure that you know that it's a Tundra. Now, with the Tundra, you don't get the fancy folding tailgates or anything like that, but you do get the soft open feature, which is nice. This one comes with a bed liner, which I don't know why they would sell any truck without a bed liner of some sort, because you're just going to scratch it up if you're actually using it. But standard full-size truck bed when you have the quad cab. Now, one thing I've loading these trucks up and in and out with all the stuff I've been doing for work, man, that step bumper that's in the Chevy, I miss it every time I get into one of these trucks. Every truck should have a step bumper. It's really hard to get into the back of this one. There's no way to put your foot on the bumper. The bumper doesn't really stick out, so you kind of just have to foot straight onto the tailgate, and you have to be pretty flexible and tall to do that. So that's not ideal. Now, it does have multiple options for capability. You can get a 3-inch suspension lift. Obviously, with the TRD Pro, you're getting an off-road oriented suspension. If you're towing, you can get the air suspension that auto levels. And then on your side, your screen on the dash, if you get the towing package, there's a lot of information specific to towing, which is pretty cool. When you are off-roading, you do get a multi-terrain select like most off-road or four-wheel drive or even all-wheel drive vehicles have today to try to do dirt, snow, rocks, whatever. And then the TRD Pro does have the option to have an electronically locking rear differential, which is awesome when you're off-roading, and it really helps you get out of binds. So as with most vehicles today, the technology side of things is getting crazy, and you can get like TVs mounted in your center dash pretty much. And it is the same with the Tacoma. You can now get a 14-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen on the front of your dashboard. I remember when I was a kid and we had tube TVs, and I got a 19-inch TV, and I thought that was awesome, and it was this big. 14-inch TV screen. I guess it's not TV. 14-inch multimedia screen in your pickup truck now. You have trailer backup assist as well with a camera and remote cameras that you can set up on the Tundra. And you have that goes into your 14-inch screen to do a panoramic view monitor. And then your main dash on the front of the car now, with the latest ones, if you get the spec'd out model, is like one giant screen, like on an iPad, that has all of your information, and so it does all kinds of stuff. The one I'm driving in this video is just regular dials. Of course, as with seemingly all of these vehicles, you can get a premium audio system. With this truck, it's from JBL. You can also get Apple and Android CarPlay built into your system, and they have their own kind of multimedia system as well. And you can get Sirius XM built in as well. So on the audio front, you are set if you get all the right specs. Similar to the Dodge pickup trucks in the 1500 series, the Tundra has gone to a multi-link coil spring rear suspension, unless you get the adaptive air ones, which gives it a lot better ride and than your normal solid axle rear end, which is nice. Now, again, the TRD Pro would always be the one that I get because I like the off-road stuff, but it comes with Fox off-road shocks, and then you have BBS forged wheels and aluminum skid plates on the front of your truck, plus you get that rear electronic locking differential. More Tundra badging. It's everywhere. For your doors, you got a couple little smaller cup holders, and then your standard space down here, but you also have this little cubby hole plus your handle. Inside the truck, you've got storage here, plus your glove compartment, and then the piece de resistance, or however the heck you say it. You've got storage here. You got removable mats. You got your 2 cup holders, and then your center console. You've got 2 bins here, plus cup holders for the rear, and you can scoot this bin forward. And if you have your phone in here, you can keep the phone in here, scoot this forward, and access what's inside. You can also push this button here and access plenty of space. As you can see, mine's full of camera gear. You've got a spot in here for your change, your chargers, and different little steps to put places to put things. You got a little spot here, a little spot up here. So there's storage everywhere. So your center console looks pretty nice. You know, you've got your basic buttons here. So the up and down on this little toggle is your temperature, and then you have your fan and which mode it is, like face, feet, defrost, and then some other controls here. Now, most of these in the one that I'm driving aren't functional. They're for different options, but you've got your hazards and your traction control off. The one thing I don't like about this hazards is if I toss something in there, I can hit that hazard button really easy and turn on the hazards. So, and this is not the only vehicle I've seen that has that hazard button in a place where it's easy to bump. And I found out that I was driving with the hazards on down the highway for quite some time because I had the windows open and couldn't hear them beeping. So a button up here would be preferable for me. And then you have some storage up here with a charging port as well. As with most full-size trucks, there's plenty of space in the back, even for large adults. Now, one thing about this one that's a little different is you see it's got this plastic piece under here. Now, when you lift this up, you get these big storage bins, and you can adjust these dividers. I mean, I don't know if it's for a gun or fishing rods or whatever, and that goes all the way across. So you can put quite a bit in there for storage. But if you just want to load something in here that's on a flat floor, like in the Chevy or the Ford, you can't really do that. It's a lot harder. I had a big toolbox sitting in here, and it was a lot harder to get around this plastic piece. So it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're wanting to load large things in, you're going to want one with a flat floor. But this storage system is really nice if you're wanting to put things in and then hide it. The rear door actually has a tiny tweeter in there, so you get some better sound in your rear speaker, plus the same storage cubbies that are in the front. In the back here, you've got a little storage space plus some vents, and then options for different types of power, which this version I am driving does not have. So you get a good view of your Apple CarPlay. This just automatically connects because of it has the wireless CarPlay connection. And then you just adjust your temperatures here and your fan here, and got a little screen there to kind of adjust things as it goes along. Turn your AC on, and then just your volume controls. If you want to go back to the Toyota screen, apparently it has navigation reimagined, but you have to subscribe. So no thanks, I'll use my Apple CarPlay. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews on trucks and various cars of many kinds, plus all my shorts of all the crazy and interesting vehicles I see on my travels. Check it out.